to the Fantasy Lunch, brought to you on the Fantasy Sports Channel, only on Blog Talk Radio by RapidDraft.com. Pat, I go alongside the sports blonde, Caitlin Morrall.
That's me.
Sorry about that. I got a little worked up there. Got a little worked up there.
Yeah, I don't touch the first part of the rant. I don't even go there.
Say, let him have his say, blow off a little steam. And so was your number one news of the day the fact that Brett Favre is probably not coming back now, or no?
Well,
did I steal your thunder?
A little bit. Well, you know, he's like, okay, I'm going to decide by July 30th. So then there was reports all over the place that, well, he's going to decide by Friday. I'll tell you what, it's Friday. Nothing's changed. Big shocker, right? Big shocker. That's just something I'm not used to, being a person from the state of Wisconsin. But anyway, back to Mike Vick, because between Favre and Vick, isn't that the only thing that's going on in the NFL? Ben Roethlisberger did make a statement completely,
denying any involvement.
Yeah, denying any involvement. Sorry, I got caught up in my words there. And says, we will fight this to the full extent of any charge that's been put against me. So we got that going for us. Apparently, there's some lawyer on ESPN talking about he's seen the report, and there's specific allegations and evidence that could link to them and whatever, but I don't know. I still think that lady's full of it.
Should we pull a President Obama and say that he acted like an idiot, that he acted stupidly?
No.
We don't know any details.
No, see, I don't touch the O word. I don't touch the O word. But anyway, Vic, obviously we talked the other day about we don't know when the near future is when Goodell and him are going to speak about this. Apparently there has been discussion about it. He could sit for as little as 2 games. It was reported anywhere from 2 to 6 games he could sit. Goodell's also concerned with Vic's marijuana use prior to his conviction. So I think there's going to be some drug test, some additional drug testing that goes along. Once it's going to be a conditional reinstatement, that's for sure. But I was also reading a website posting on American Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. The president of this organization was talking about how Vic has shown no remorse. He served his time, but he has no remorse for what he did and the actions that he took. Well, I did a little research. And on the contrary, he apologized the day he pleaded guilty in front of everyone. It was on CNN.com, it was on ESPN.com, it was everywhere. He apologized. He said he made poor decisions. He apologized to the Falcons fans. He apologized to children that looked up to him as role models, to animal rights organizations. I'm not saying that means he's remorseful, but bottom line, he went through the motions. You can't say that he has shown no remorse, because he did. And he said he rejects everything that he did, and he feels horrible about it. How is that not remorseful? Absolutely,
and you need to go to RapidDraft.com and get to our blog section and read the Sports Blonde's blog today. It's excellent.
Thank you.
Well put, well thought out, funny. And it's basically what we said on this show 3 days ago, and that's when I went on and on with my rant about perspective, and that is you might get 4 games, you probably won't, and at the end, sooner or later, the fallacy of composition ends up coming into play. What's good for one isn't necessarily good for all, and Mike Vick is going to be on an NFL roster.
Well, and then I also found out that if he's not signed, and so basically he will be free to sign, and basically the teams just have in their mind, well, he will be suspended for this many games, so who knows, he could be a contributing factor to the team we're going to break down today. But if he doesn't sign in the NFL, the UFL is willing to pay him up to $2 million to play only 6 or 7 games.
And all he has to do is beat out J.P. Lousy is the face of the organization.
Well, yeah, that's going to be real hard to do. Seriously, come on. But he stands to make money no matter what he does. So, bottom line, I don't think they can use as an excuse that he's not allowed to make a living if he does get more suspension.
He's going to be a part of somebody's roster. That's all there is to it. Not a lot of people can do what Mike Vick can do.
Mm-hmm.
And remorse is in the eye of the beholder. It's, again, about your perspective. Has he given this guy enough remorse? Absolutely. Has he given this organization enough remorse? Not even close. So it's still all about supply and demand.